All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for a game. Wasn't sure if this one was going to get to be played, but it looks like it will. It doesn't look like there's any rain happening right now. It is a little bit in the forecast, so we'll see what happens there. Oh, very different teams from the last time I streamed these guys. Pak Sung Kyu in center field. Kim Sung Yoon is back. Gu Ki not yet back. Kim Hun Gon in left field. So Kim Ji Chan is not in center. It is a lefty on the mound with the old Wonger. With him on the mound, they are going with a more of a right-handed offense. You do have Lee Jae Hyun still out. Hirado out on the mound. He's going to give you 6 innings and a quality start. That's what he does. So Yi Jin Young will start things off for the old Hanwha Eagles. And we're underway. And that is the first pitch is lifted to right field and makes the catch. And 1 out, 1 pitch. Almost 1 song. He's getting pumped. Okay. If you say so, big guy. The guy's got a lifetime supply of hopium. Man, that is outside. Nope, gonna have to at least be a 4-pitch inning. And that's in there for a strike. 1-1 to Peraza. Good afternoon, Jim. I would take Samsung. I think Samsung is one of the best plays for today, Jim. Just because Hanwha's bullpen was absolutely thrashed yesterday. But again, I'm not playing with any money. I'm just playing with my heart, like every other one else. All right, Peraza misses outside. 1-1. Wong throwing a perfect game. How many innings? Old Wonger. All right, the 2-1 is turned on. That is lifted, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a pack of cards. Uh-oh, he's grabbing his back as he's going around. I don't know if he's saying I'm carrying the team or if that hurts. Nonetheless, that's the first hit of the day, the first home run of the day, the no-hitter, the perfect game, the shutout, all gone on 1 swing from Peraza. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Again, I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to open them, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, here we go. First pack of the day as Moon Hyun Bin steps in. Let's see if we can. We're not going to get a Peraza or Hirado because they're not in here. All right, so that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. And 2 away. All right, so we've got starting off. Again, I can't see these. Yang Suk-won, a former great hitter, home run threat, now is pretty much regulated to the end of his career. After him, we've got a legend also in the waning part of his career, Yang Hyung Jong. Yang Hyung Jong. And we've got another guy that is in the waning parts of his career, but some of you guys might know him as Mr. Yu Hyun Jin, becoming the ace of the Hanwha staff. For a strike also. And after that, we got a Dino, Kim Jae-yol. I don't know who this is. And finally, finishing up with the Kim Do Hyun sensation card, Kia pitcher. All right, that's it. Got to two legends in that, so that's always a positive. Yang Hyun Jong will and Yu Hyun Jin, couple of former MLBers. All right, one pack down in the first half of an inning. And Kong Bae Ko fouls that away. It stays 1-2. Yes, that is a foul. He's not able to hold on to it. Running that pitch count up for Hirado. Yeah, that's Arpo. Because no, it's the real Pak Sung Gyu. He's out in center field. He takes time to give us a couple chit chatties in the middle of the game. It's the Dreads Rock TV version of Mic'd Up. As the 1-2 a swing and a miss at a pitch up at his eyes, and that will be a 3 away. But Hanwha gets one on the solo shot from Peraza. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's 1-0. One pitch, one hit, one homer. Big time game here. Both of these teams trying to turn their season around. Hanwha dealing with some injuries. They already lost Whites. Who else is? Looks like they lost White and Hernandez, and now they've also lost Moondong Ju. Oh, struggling. Samsung has already lost Kim Sung Yoon for a portion. He's been back though. They've also lost Kujauk for a portion. He's not back yet. They've also lost the EJ Hyun over to Shorts. He's not back yet. They lost Manning before the season even started. There's foreign pitcher. So Samsung has been dealing with injuries. A lot of these teams are dealing with injuries early on. Again, you've got teams like KT, they're missing their starting third baseman and their starting right fielder. You've got LG, who's missing Chirinos now. He's out. Kong Min Ho is now out of the lineup for Samsung. He's been taken off the first team. So a lot of crazy stuff happening, lots of injuries early in this season. That's why no team is really pulling away. What's up, Lion? All righty, the 1-0 pitch. Not the 1-0, the score is 1-0. And check something real quick. As first pitch to Isang Yu is outside, ball 1. And that's in there for a strike. All right, so just making sure that one works. 1-1 now. Again, I cannot play Samsung songs. They are all copyrighted, which means I won't make my $1.50 per stream. As that somehow did that really catch the inside, or did that really catch the inside corner, or did it recalculate it after Hine Saw popped the glove up? That did not look like it caught the inside corner. But the 1-2 pitch now throws it in the dirt. It's a 2-2. pitch count will be a huge, huge thing today. In Hanwha threw, I think, 9 different pitchers. As that was a foul away. I think 9 different pitchers in yesterday's game, something like that, Stefan. You can probably give me an exact number. And that's a rolled over foul. Again, biggest thing here is get that pitch count up. Check real quick. They did win 13 to nothing, but they did have a cost. 2-2 is fouled away again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pitchers yesterday. Moondong Ju 2/3, Guanmin Gu a third, Jung Ho Ju 1 2/3. Thank you, Jim. Lee Min-woo 1 2/3, Jo Don-wook 2/3, Pak Sang-won an inning, Yoon San-hum an inning. That's going to be a ground ball. Kim Tae-yeon underhand toss to the pitcher covering, and that will be 1 away. Kim Han-gon is stepping in now. So yeah, I mean, absolute a ton of guys. The bullpen pitched well. The bullpen did pitch well. Most surprising, obviously, would be Joo Hyun Sung not giving up any hits or home runs. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. Kim Han Gon at 333 on the season. And the 0-1 pitch that is popped up, but it's a foul out of play, 0-2. While Samsung did get beat to 13 to 9 yesterday, they got to a lot of innings from just a few people. So they've got their main bullpen guys left. Hanwha does have their closer, who is probably good for 2 innings. That's misses up high. 1-2. Samsung has had closer problems. I just think about all the teams that have already switched closers. As the 1-2 as he fouls that off the dirt. Stays 1-2. Think about the teams that have lost their closers already this year. Hanwha, Kim So-hyun gone. Samsung, Kim Jae-yoon also has been replaced. You've got the 1-2 here that is turned on, but gets foul. Samsung or LG has lost their closer for the season. Doosan's closer is also out. And Kiyoom's closer, they've gone through a couple of them now. The 1-2 pitch that is in the dirt. It's a 2-2. Now we're on to Kia. Their closers also left. Lotte's closers already gone out. They've already switched closers. If I'm thinking about it, the KT, SSG, and I'm trying to think. KT, SSG, and maybe NC are the only 3 teams that have still have their closers. I think NC's trying to think of something to do. All right, the 2-2 pitch. That's back up the middle. Second baseman grabs, turns, and throws in time. What a play by young Mookie. Way deep. I thought Kim Han-gon had more speed than that. Off the grass in the shortstop side of second base. The old one hop jump turn. Good stretch by Kim Tae-yeon, and it wasn't even close. All right, to Kim Hyung-woo steps in and looks at ball 1-0. 17 pitches now. I have to think that Samsung has the advantage in this game. As the 1-0 is right down the middle, 1-1. And you're at 18 pitches now. 33 hits already on the season for the guy. That's misses into the dirt to 2-1. Longer cannot be throwing 20 pitches an inning. He's got to be able to go 6 to 7 innings. And the 2-1 misses way in, 3-1. Uh-oh, Stefan. 3-1 counts, one pitch away from the perfect game being gone. Go the 3-1. Right down the middle, treating us to our first full count of the day. Wonger's just here for the crowd, ladies and gentlemen. He's here to give us excitement. The 3-2 pitch misses inside, and there goes the old perfect game. No hitter still intact, but Stefan no. Maybe next time, Stefan. Maybe next time. All right, Diaz steps in now. His average on the season is all right, but he's still not showing the power. And that is a slaps. Noshiwan picks it up, gets back to his feet, throws across, and is easily throwing out to Diaz by about 6 steps. Great defense from the infield of Hanwha, something you probably haven't heard yet this year. We will go to the second inning. It's still 1-0. Got a runner on with the walk, but nothing after. Still a lot of pitches from Wonger in that first inning, though. See if we've got any scores in the other games. Looks like KT's up 1-0 already. Yeah, that I wouldn't touch that KT game. KT versus you got Sauer versus James Nail on the mound. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that one. Lotte Kim Jin-uk versus who's SSG got Baek Sung-gun. Thank you, Jet Set. SSG's got a reliever starting. Same with LG. Lee Song-yoon hasn't pitched since hasn't pitched in the second or in the first league since 2024. Back out on the mound. We're gonna have the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for the old Hanwha Eagles. Ah, there we go, Jim. There we go, outside, ball 1. And I really am not sold on KT's foreign starters. I just, I think that's their weak part. The 1-0 misses low. 2-0. Dorado just missing the bottom of the zone. I'd cover myself up too if I bought a Noshiwan uniform. And the 2-0 misses way up high, 3-0. Dorado 14 pitches in that first inning. Did give up the solo shot to Peraza. He grabbed his back though. A 3-0 right down the middle, and he drops it, but it's still a strike. Dorado calling his own pitches. Right, the 3-1 pitch to Noshiwan. That's going to be a ground ball past the diving shortstop, and he is on base with a leadoff single. Krabs earning his keep, ladies and gentlemen. He is finally earning his keep. Not a good diving attempt by the shortstop there. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a bunt, a runner on first, nobody outs. And the bunts, yes, ladies and gentlemen, they got the bunts down, but we all know what happens from there. Noshiwan does head on over to second base. Got to make sure you play for that one run in the second inning. Extremely important. Extremely important to play for that one run in the second inning with a 1-0 lead. All right, that brings up Ito Yoon. That catches the outside. Think about these two teams and how different their lineup is today versus their lineup on opening day. Here we go, the 0-1 pitch to Ito Yoon. That's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop makes the play, throws across in time. Great play by the shortstop. Noshiwan moves on over to third base. 2 away now and brings up a massive home run hitter, ladies and gentlemen. Probably could have thrown him out at third with a good throw. All right, here we go now. Stepping in is Ha-In Saw. That's outside, ball 1. 213 on the season, but he's got 4 home runs, had a 3-run shot yesterday. Just misses outside again at 2-0. KDJ. Who is KDJ? I have no idea. Who's KDJ? Kim? No idea. I just want to keep saying Kim Dong-ju. That's it. Just miss out. That is 3 pitches that he's just missed on the outside. Go down and away. And 3-0 just misses as he walks him on 4 pitches. Oops, wrong side, but he's missing, but not by much if he's able to get that in. The lowest walk rate in the league, 0.92 walks, not even a walk an inning or walk a game. Yuan Jin having another great season with just 1.2 walks per 9. Wang Young Mook steps in. That is ripped, but almost takes out his first base coach. Oh, it's foul. And the 0-1 is a ground ball through the right side, and that's why you bunt, to get that 1 run, and that puts them up 2. Hanwha, did he go first to third? All right. No, we're going to have a mound visit here. Hanwha did go first to third. So once again, another run just 90 feet away. 3 hits for Hanwha today. Already have two runs from those 2 hits, 3 hits. And that's his swing and a miss stuff from Eugene Young. The 1-1 pitch to Eugene Young. And pops that one up. Wow, 1-2. Those of you guys hanging out in YouTube, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe if you have not done so just yet. Eugene Young, 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to right field. First pitch he saw, first pitch of the game, flew out to right field. All right, we've got another 1-2 pitch. Sets up above the waist. And he pops it up. Second baseman under it. That's a 3-way. But a single, a bunt, a walk, and a RBI single puts Hanwha up 2-0. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Hanwha in early command. Coming up for Samsung will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters in the lineup. Yuji Hyuka, Jun Byung-woo, and Kim Sung-yoon. And Kim Sung-yoon down into the 7 spots in the lineup. I think it's maybe just because he's a lefty with a lefty on the mound. That's my guess. Guessing he's not coming. Lincoln, what are you doing? I'm guessing no one's coming. I don't know if anybody will get that to reference. One of the greatest comedies of all time. Looks like Samsung needs some medical attention. They've all the cheerleaders have got left knee braces on. As that one almost hits him. Ball 1, 1-0. All right, here we go. The 1-0 pitch to Yuji Hyuka, 379 on the season. That's in there for a strike, though, and it's a 1-1. Yuji Hyuka having a solid start to his season, his 2026 season. That does miss low, 2-1. Longer, 23 pitches in the first inning. Again, Hanwha has got to get 6 innings from him if they really think they're going to be able to hold on to a lead. Does not go around at 3-0, 3-1. Da, 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 da. I was actually kind of looking forward to the Doosan Kium game with Humes, a starter out on the mound. The next Anu Jin, as that was rolled over, second baseman on the grass, throws and one away. And Samsung hitting it hard. Jun Byung Woo looks at a strike one at the top of the zone there. They're hitting it hard. It's just not getting through. You can't expect that to last all game, of course. At the 0-1 pitch, just catches the outside corner, and it's 0-2. 294 on the season for Jun Byung Woo. He's come back down to earth a little bit. And the 0-2 is a popped foul. Stays 0-2. And he throws that one into the dirt. About to 55 feet. We got a lefty umpire, ladies and gentlemen. Lefty umpire. Not something you see all the time. Yeah, and the 1-2 is stroked into center field. Eugene Young makes a sliding catch. And once again, the defense is just playing out of their mind today, ladies and gentlemen. Out of their mind. All right, the number 7 hitter, Kim Sung-yoon, steps in, and that is not catchable. That is going to drop down in front, and there goes the no-hitter, ladies and gentlemen. There goes the no-hitter. Oops, wrong sign. There goes the no-hitter. I know. Well, you notice none of these guys making the plays. Well, I guess no Shiwan, but Wong Young Mook and Eugene Young, none of them were on the opening day roster. Right, runner on first base has a lot of speed. And Kim Do-won, 235 on the season for Samsung. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 is rolled over. The shortstop running in, makes the play, throws, and 3 away. They get a 2 outs, a single, but nothing after. We'll go to the third inning. It's 2-0. Twice now they've gotten a 2-out base runner, but nothing from it. Longer, a little bit better inning there. Didn't run up any of the big pitch counts. Hanwha will have their 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up here in the top of the inning. Barraza leading things off. Elsewhere around the league, Kia's up to 3-1. See who hit that 3-run homer. Kim Do-young with another homer. I think that's 11 for him now on the season. And SG just put on another one. They got one in the bottom of the first, one in the bottom of the second. Ooh. Park Sung Han is not in the lineup today, getting a day off. Che Ji Hoon looks like a solo shot from him, and Heredia with looks like maybe a sacrifice fly. The other two games, NCLG is tied at 0, and Doosan at QM also tied at 0. Check the pitchers there. Walk Bean with 4 Ks and 1 hit. Park Chun Hyun with 1 hit and 2 Ks. Peraza will lead things off here in the top of the inning. Those of you guys hanging out in SOOP, please hit the thumbs up button. That is called an up or a recommendation. Oh, I thought that was a replay as Peraza pops it up too. Right field. I thought it was a replay of the last at bats, and I didn't even know to call it. All right, so Peraza down on the first pitch, and Moon Hyun Min and now steps in. Anybody else think that? Anybody else think that that was a replay of because they were going through all the replays, and then suddenly Moon Hyun Min looks at the ball one outside, 1-0. Dorado 14 pitches in the first inning, 17 in the second. 330 on the season for Moon Hyun Min. 1-0 misses up high, 2-0. Dorado is not having his normal command. He is missing, but he's just missing by a little bit. He's not missing by much. All right, the 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. 2-1 on the outside corner. The 2-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, and he fouls it away. 2-2 now. Day games last year, 391, 36 hits, 473 on base percentage, a 1125 OPS. Best daytime hitter in the league last year. And the 2-2 is lifted you left field, but it's a left fielder under it. And 2 away. Brings up Kang Baek Ho. In there for a strike, 1-1. And 1-1 catches the bottom of the zone. That is not good for Hanwha if he's going to start catching these corners. Yeah, that's what he's just been missing earlier. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Is rolled over a foul. Stays 1-2 though. Yeah, I mean I wouldn't say he's cooking. He's losing 2-0 here. All right, the 2-0 pitch. Rips that one foul, and it stays 1-2. Thank you, Isaiah. Mr. Alvarez. All righty. 1-2 pitch, 2 outs. Kangbae Ko up. And a swing and a miss. Another high fastball gets him a second strikeout of the day. Second time for Kangbae Ko. And the second strikeout of the top of the zone. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 on him. Kangbae Ko struggling with that high fastball. The same high fastball that I've been asking the teams to throw for the last 3 years, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been hanging out in my chats, you will know exactly what I've been talking about. Well, 1-2-3 goes Hanwha for the first time today. They'll have the bottom of the order 9-1-2 coming up for themselves at the bottom of this inning. Yang Woo Hyun and Park Sung Gyu and Kim Hun Gon will lead things off. Get to some more stuff, numbers. I couldn't decide which game to get all my numbers and stuff for because there was the again a lot of rain last night. It did start a little bit earlier. Under total, I think you'll be all right. It's the back half of this game that I would be extremely worried. Sussex, I would be extremely worried about. All right, so we're coming back. The grass does look good there. I will say that. It looks better than most of the other stadiums. All right, so leading things off, a Yang Woo Hyun. And that misses inside. 0-1. The 1-0 pitch. Catches the outside corner, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be rolled over. The first baseman backs up, makes the play, steps on the bag, and one away as they flip the lineup back over. 39 pitches through 2 1/3 innings for the old Warner. 23 in the first inning, 13 in the second inning. Has not had any 1-2-3 innings. He's gotten the first 2 outs in both of the first 2 innings. Swing and a miss there. The 0-1 pitch into the dirt. Bounces to the backstop. 1-1. All right, so there we go. The 1-1 is a rolled over foul. 1-2. Just missed that one. Park Sung Gyu 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out to the first baseman. A 3-1 put out in his first at bat. And another 1-2 pitch. That's ripped. That is at the third baseman. Bobbles a little bit, recovers, throws, and that's 2 away. Getting in front of it, so even though he wasn't able to field it cleanly, still able to get it done. This is up high, 1-0. Kim Han Gon, 0 for 1 on the day. A 4-1 ground, or a 4-3 ground out. That was the great play out there and right on the outfield grass by Wang Young Mook. Way up through center field or through the middle, and ended up fielding it on the shortstop side of the bag. And that's his just catches the outside, and a 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, and he pops him up, gets out of play though, and it'll move to 2-2. 14 pitches this inning. Again, one of the biggest important things for the Samsung Lions is to make sure that they're getting this pitch counts up. And the 2-2 pitch, low, runs the count full, 3-2. Second full count of the day for the Samsung Leonaise. They walked in the first one with 2 outs. So again, a chance for another 2-out base runner. The 3-2, a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirts. First strikeout of the day for the old Wonger. And that should have been a ball 4, but a 1-2-3 go. The old 1-2-3 go. The old Samsung Lions will go to the 4th inning. 2-0. On 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hanwha is going to have their 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up here in the top of the inning. We're having another quick starting of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Every game that I've had this week, the first part of the game was absolutely flown through, and then it's like it hit a roadblock. And then the second part of the game just crawled to a halt. Check around and see what's going on. See if any interesting news. All right. Top of the 4th inning. Hirado out on the mound, and no she won. All right, to Noshi won 1 for 1 on the day, a single and a run scored in the 2nd inning. And that's just misses outside again. Continues to just miss. Goes down to his knees to foul that one off, 1-1. Through 3 innings, these pitchers are pretty close. And way outside at 2-1. And Hirado does throw 6 different pitches, but he mainly throws 4, a 2-seam most of the time, and then off of that a changeup, as that is a swing and a miss. Now, not the same changeup I just said. And then also a cutter, a 4-seam fastball. Those are his main pitches. He's going to throw all of those 15% or more, 30% with his 2-seam. And then a slider and a curveball, both of those are around 8%. So again, what I keep talking about is pitchers that can throw 10 to 15%, and they can throw 4 pitches that much as he pops that one up. Right fielder under it. And 1 away. Pitchers in this league that can throw 4 pitches 15% or more of the time are extremely, extremely, extremely successful. It doesn't they don't have to be the hardest throwers. Again, Hirado is not a hard thrower. He throws a 142 with his four seam and 142 with his two seam. He is not a hard thrower by any means, but he is able to get through with, he's able to mix up his pitches enough that players can't sit on 1 or 2 pitches. And that's why he is so successful. That and he doesn't throw, he throws strikes. That is a ripped foul, and it's 0-2 to Kim Tae-yeon. Kim Tae-yeon, a successful sacrifice bunts back in the second inning, a move to Noshiwan over to second base, who went to third on a ground out, and then came home on an RBI single from Long Young Mook. Kim Tae-yeon, a 321 with 3 home runs and 21 RBIs in his career against Samsung. That misses way outside. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Throw it in the other batter's box. The KBO way, ladies and gentlemen. Changes. That one is lifted up. A center fielder running back, but it's in front of the warning track. Makes the catch, and 2 away. Oh, sorry. All right. All right, Ito Yoon, 0-1, 54 pitches for Hirado. Hola! What's up, East Bay? As the 0-1 this is crossed up the I don't know if it crossed up the catcher or if he was just that bad at defending the bunts. Ito Yoon showed the bunts, brought it back. The catcher ended up dropping that ball. Hanwha fans got their Hanwha ponchos on, the 1-1, and that's going to be a ground ball. A second baseman to his right picks it up, throws across. And another 1-2-3 inning for Hirado. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-0. 2 straight to 1-2-3 innings. Hirado settling it in. Those of you guys watching on SOOP, please, if you want to follow me, make sure you hit the little star next to my channel name. That is a loyal viewer. That's how you follow me, how I show up on your main page, and how you're able to find all my stuff. Then also, you can make sure to hit the thumbs up button. That is called an upper recommendation on SOOP. It is pretty important. It is actually what, if you get enough of them, it actually puts your stream out onto the main channel or the main page. They also have a ranking system based on it. So it's like the old school YouTube likes, where they were super important on SOOP. They are very, very important. Thank you, East Bay. Right there. See, that's the, it's so important. It actually gets its own little emoticon thing. I do think you have to have a membership in order to follow and do the up or the recommendation. Not entirely sure. I don't know that much about SOOP. But we are coming back at the bottom of the 4th inning. Coming up is going to be the 3-4 hitters, 3-4-5 hitters for Samsung. So importance here for Samsung to get at least 1 run back before they head into the break. In Oh Seung-wan, a former closer for Samsung. All right, the old Wonger having a pretty good day so far. Chae Hyung-woo Almost gets hit there. 1-0. 50 pitches now for Wonger. 23 in the first, 13 in the second, 13 in the third. Che Young-woo 0 for 0 on the day, walked at his first, and that is ripped. And the right fielder is gonna watch it go goodbye. There's the one run I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And we all know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, it's baseball pack a card time. Oh, we don't wait anymore. We just start opening. I'm going to start clipping these, and we'll see what we get. All right, here we go. Starting off big, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, she a fancy one. We've got a good pack here. I can tell it already. 51st pitch from Wonger, deposited in the outfield, and that's brings up Diaz. Diaz 0 for 1 on the day. All right, so we're starting off with a pretty sweet-looking card, Im Chang-gyu, a starter for the LG Twins. That misses low, ball 1. After that, we've got a Oh Myung-jin. He's been kind of a utility infielder for the old Doosan Bears. I believe he was a rookie last year. His first home run was a grand slam, actually. It was the 1-0 pitch into the dirt. It's a 2-0. After that, we've got Yu Sung. I believe Yu Sung now plays for the NC NC Dinos. Ooh, we got another classic up and comer. Now we got a Yoon Dong Hee here. Is that one is way outside? 3-0 now. Yoon Dong Hee, a right fielder, having a rough season this year, but we've also got a Pak Dong Won, the backstop for LG. So a pretty solid pack there in that one. And that's going to be 4 pitches, 4 balls. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a walk. The wheels on the bus are falling off, falling off, falling off. The wheels on the bus are falling off on the pitcher. That was a freestyle. I just made that up. Probably should start my own Spotify page, guys. We'll see how many people leave the stream after that singing rendition of Wheels on the Bus. Probably get my own record deal. I can imagine it's I don't know, whatever K-pop SM Entertainments, I think is a big one. All right, so now Yuji Hyuka steps in. 0 for 1, a 4-3 ground out on the day. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. .375 on the season for Yuji Hyuka. Not going to try to bunt here. You got Diaz, who we'll just say does not move very well. And that is going to be a ground ball. The third baseman bobbles it, and that is going to be an error. Runners now on the corner, or on first and second. See if I can time this right. Oh, wheels on the team is falling off, falling off, falling off. The wheels on this team are falling off on this day. That was the remix, ladies and gentlemen. That was the remix. First pitch to Jun Byung-woo was in there for a strike. And here we go, the 0-1 pitch. That is fouled away. 0-2. They need a double play here. Need a double play. I don't like this. The ball boy doesn't get the same uniform as you can't put the ball boy in a uniform, but you don't put him in the uniform that the rest of the team is wearing. That is sacrilegious. All right, the 0-2 pitch misses outside. 1-2. What's up, hot chicks? You're out of what? Look at that. Look at that. See, all of one girl's got injured. Everybody else is injured there. The old, you're out, you're in. What? All right. The 1-2 pitch. Looks like we're not getting, we're going to make a little change here super quick like to get our chat coming back for the SOOP broadcast. And that is going to be a ground ball past the diving as shortstop. And that is going to load the bases up, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to load the bases up. Let's see if, let me do something here. Give me just 1 second, guys. I got to get the chat fixed for SOOP. Thank you, hot chicks. All right, bases loaded at Kim Sung Yoon. Let me see if this fixed my chat issues. There we go. You can't leave because of my singing. My singing is what keeps us all united here. Is bases loaded at Kim Sung Yoon. Fouls that away 1-1. All right, there we go. The 1-1 pitch, bases loaded and nobody out. 64 pitches for the old Wonger, Kim Sung Yoon. That is in there for a strike. And a 1-2. Big air of I know she won over it to third base. Oh, I know. You can't quit me. You can't quit me. All right, the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to the pitcher. He slips off the mound, but an underhand toss will get the runner at home. And the 1-2 putouts leaves the bases loaded, but one away now. Diaz out at home. One away. Kim Do-won steps in, the catcher. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we're going to have to get a new pack. We only got 4 packs left in this baby. All right, to Kim Do-won. First pitch is fouled away. 0-1. Got to get something to the outfield. You've got Yuji Huck over at third base. He's got plenty of speed to score on a fly ball. And that is going to be past the diving as shortstop. 1 run is going to come in. The runner at second had to go back. And that is only going to score 1. The RBI ties the game at 4. I accidentally put the run on Hanwha, by the way. Let me fix that real quick. The runner at second base, Jun Byung-woo, had to run back to second because he thought that Ito Yoon might dive and catch that. So because of that, he wasn't able to come home on that single. But nonetheless, you've got a runner in now, and you've got the bases loaded still. And that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1 to Yang Hoo Hyun. Yang Hoo Hyun 0 for 1 on the day. The 0-1 misses way outside, 1-1. The wheels are rolling down the highway. That one is a foul away. And absolutely probably should be able to score on a fly ball from a third base, ladies and gentlemen. Still, bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the lineup. Yang Hyun 0 for 1 on the day, and the 1-2 swing and a miss, and that's a huge strikeout for the old Wonger. Is a second of the day, and it's a big one. 2 away now is Samsung as Pak Sung Gyu is stepping up, the leadoff hitter. I have to think that Hanwha would be pleased with only letting up 2 runs here. They had the bases loaded with nobody out, already given up 1. That's misses way outside, 1-0. Pak Sung Gyu, a much different hitter than Yang Hyun. Pak Sung Gyu, 324 on the season, a 5-3 ground out in his last at bat, a 3-1 ground out before that. That is grounded, but it's foul. Looks like off of his foot. Ooh, right off the toe. All right, here we go. We've been waiting for a grand slam, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, a grand slam is 2 packs of cards. And misses low, 2-1. Wonger now 26 pitches this inning. Led off with a solo shot by Che Young-woo, a walk, and then an error by Noshiwan over at third base. The 2-1 pitch way outside, 3-1. You gotta start thinking, do we need to go get him? I haven't seen anybody warming up in the bullpen. They haven't showed any videos of anybody warming up in the bullpen yet. As the 3-1 is swing and a miss as he goes down to his knees on that. And we've got ourselves a full count. Third full count of the day for Samsung. They walked in the first inning. Last inning, he struck out on a pitch into the dirt. And now you've got the bases loaded. 3-2 count and a tie game. The leadoff batter's up, but he takes a step off the back of the mound and the 3-2 way outside. He walks him. And there goes the lead, ladies and gentlemen. There goes the lead. Three two now. Samsung has realized the only thing they've got to do against Hanwha is not swing. We can go back to the 5-0 lead that's lost by walking in runners with the bases loaded. All right, to Kim Hun-gon. That's low, ball 1. 79 pitches now for the old Wonger. Kim Hun-gon struck out to end of the second inning. That was the pitch that was in the dirt that he struck out on. Yeah, another 1-0 pitch. Right down the middle, 1-1. The wheels on the bus are falling off. They fell off. They fell off. All right, the 1-1 pitch, and then he lifts that one to right, but it gets out of play. There is not a lot of foul territory in this stadium. They have the angled, I don't know, what do you want to call it, the 120 degree angled cheer section that kind of wraps around as the 1-2 pitch just sets up right down the middle. He throws the bat at it, but Peraza will head back and makes the catch. But Samsung takes the lead on a homer, a couple walks, a couple RBIs, and big air. We'll go to the fifth inning, 3-2 Samsung. Leaving the bases juiced, though. Have to really think for Hanwha that they're. I mean, yeah, they lost the lead there, but that could have been so much worse. So, not coming through. You again leaving the bases loaded. It just did not look good there. All right. All right, Hanwha, they're going to have the 8-9-1 hitters coming up here in the top of the fifth inning. Morado 56, 57 pitches. Let me double check here. Saw leads off 0 for 1, 0 for 0 on the day. Walked in his first at bats. That's a misses up high though. 56 pitches. Oh, 14, 17, 13, and 12. That one is lifted to right field. The giving chase at the wall. Tie game, ladies and gentlemen. Saw once again with another home run. He's saying, quit sitting me on the bench, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Thank you, Latrash. Is Latrash ups, and we're opening up a pack of cards, ladies and gentlemen. This is the third pack of cards today. The third is solo shot. I'm going to have to get another pack, ladies and gentlemen. Tie game. Yeah, I'd hate to be who is playing against him or slash whoever is playing against Wang Young Mook now steps in. He was mad because I didn't play his music. As Wang Young Mook grounds out to Diaz, on hand toss to Arado. One away. Flips the lineup back over to Eugene Young. All right, here we go. Another pack. The worst part about playing games in Samsung is the fact that you end up with a ton of packs. All right, here we go. Yang Hyung Jong is the first one. I don't know who that is. Jo Sang-woo, former Kiwoom Tiger, and then now Kia Tiger, or Kiwoom Hero, now Kia Tiger, is Eugene Young. Looks at to strike one there, 0-1. And then Jung Chol Wan, he is the one with the sweet glove. Kim Jae-yo, this pack is booty. And only good card in this whole pack, ladies and gentlemen, is the 0-1 Suck Sensation pack. That's it, as we've got some pitch comm issues. What? I didn't even see. I was busy grabbing packs and hitting buttons. It's possible. There's two, all three home runs have been right there. Thank you, Luke. Welcome, welcome. Stefan, how many points has he gotten you this week? A reminder that, oh, yeah, but he could have gotten one in like a practice or thrown up there from a, like, he could have gotten one where, like Peraza threw one up there or something like that. All right, so now we're ready once again. That's this is outside. You had him in versus a reliever for Samsung? In Samsung? That's on you there. All right, the 1-1 in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 1-2. Again, most of these are not home runs in any other stadium except Samsung. And check how many packs I got left. We got 3 packs left in this sensation box. And that is popped up. Diaz under it at first base grass, steps back onto the dirt, and that's 2 away. Not a good season for yeah, you are, for Che Jae-hoon, or for Che Jae-hoon to have a bad season. Why is it not adjusting the score? All right, Peraza looks at the ball on there, 1-0. 65 pitches now for Gerardo. He's given up 2 home runs. Swing and a miss there, 1-1. This one, I still say Samsung. Gerardo's at 66 pitches. The Wonger for Hanwha is at 80 pitches. Samsung's bullpen is pretty rested. Hanwha's bullpen is absolutely ran through. As the 1-1 pitch is ground ball back to Gerardo. Jumps underhand toss, and that will be 3 away, but not before Holland Saw ties the game at 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-3. What a game, ladies and if I gambled, that's what I would do. But again, I don't gamble, so Gerardo is doing all right with pitches, though. He's still at 67 pitches versus the old Wonger, who's at 82. After 33 pitches last inning. Samsung will have the same lineup that they had starting last inning. The 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up once again. So you do have to think they should be able to get to one more back. Well, that was an interesting take, East Bay. I'll just say that. An interesting take. Those of you guys watching, please, if you're in YouTube, make sure you subscribe. If you're on SOOP, make sure you hit the little star next to my channel name. That is how you follow me on SOOP. Both of them, you can hit the thumbs up. That is a huge on SOOP. Good luck, Garcia. As Che Hyung-woo steps in 1 for 1 with a solo shot in the last inning. He led off last inning with a solo shot, walked in his first at bats, 327 on the all time RBI and doubles leader, as that's in there for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, there's a reason why it was 3-1 East Bay. Yeah, another 1-1. Lays off of it, but it just does catch the inside. Arpo, you enjoying this game? Are you enjoying the game, Arpo? Dad, dad. I really wish I could play Samsung's music. See if I can fix it so I can play it on SOOP, but not on YouTube. All right, the 1-2 pitch. That one is lifted up. A center fielder running in, but it's going to drop in. And he is on base for the third time today, this time with a single. He just hits, ladies and gentlemen. He is chasing down the KBO all-time hit king, SOOP, who's hanging out in the second league in Ichon, not Ichon. I didn't see. I don't know where the record is. I know he's not far behind. As Diaz pops that one up, but it'll get out of play. I imagine it did not tie the record because they would have definitely 100% stopped play if it had. It's got to be one more to tie then. No, he's way far away. SOOP as 2,608. Oh, this was at the end of. So let me calculate real quick. That's going to be a ground ball. It turns and throws the short and not able to get it. A good play by Kim Tae-yeon to get the lead runner, and that is going to be a 3-6 putout. Gets Chae Hyung-woo over at first. Diaz is able to leg it out and will be on first base now. Not a good throw by Ito Yoon. Wonger, not a good scoop over there at first. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Dropped his pitch com over there at first. All right, 89 pitches now. So he was 32 behind him coming in. I know he's got 35 hits on the season because he had 31 and then he had 2 more today. So I don't know how many SOOP has, as that's 1-0 now. So yeah, it's got to be 1. He was 32 behind him at the end of last season. All right, Yuji Hyuk reached on an error in his last at bats. Swing and a miss there, 1-1. Going to be the last inning for the old Wonger. 91 pitches from him. Yeah, I think so, Luke. 1-1 pitch. Sets up right down the middle, pops him up. Catcher flips the mask off. Under it in foul territory, makes the catch. And 2 away. Brings up the number 6 hitter, Jun Byung-woo. 2 outs now. Hanwha will have their 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up in the 6th inning. And then a leadoff single from a Samsung, but not getting anything after it. And Jun Byung-woo trying to hit a grand slam with just 1 runner on with that swing. 0-1 now. 1 for 2 on the day. A single in his last at bats. Came around to score. Also flew out to center field in his first. And that catches the outside of the zone, 0-2. 3-3 game, bottom of the fifth, back and forth. The 0-2 taps the glove on the ground. He throws it into the dirts. Again, can't challenge anybody in this league. It goes against the spirit of competition, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what it does, but we'll go with it. All right. Pitch number 96. The 1-2 pitch just sets up on the inside. Throws it low into the dirt again. 2-2. Big time. Big 2-2 pitch now. Sets up on the inside once again. Misses low. Runs the count full. 3-2. 3 full counts already today. This is the fourth. They walked in the first. They walked in 2 of them. The third one, they would have walked if he didn't swing at a pitch in the dirts. Wonger struggling with full counts. Here we go. The 3-2 pitch. And he swings at ball 4, and that's going to be a grounder. 6-3. Once again, he hasn't thrown a strike yet with a full count. So we'll take a break. We'll come back after the 5th inning break. It's tied at 3. right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. First pitch to Moon Hyun Bin is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Moon Hyun Bin not off to a good day, 0 for 2, and that one is fouled away, and it's 0-2. What happened with KT? 6-3. They put up 5, 2 and a 3. As the 0-2 misses inside, 1-2. KT does have a run on first with nobody, with 1 out. As that one is lifted, a left fielder going back at the wall, jumps and makes the catch. And on away. Yemun jumps. Not necessarily a needed jump, I don't think, if he would have tracked that ball a little bit better. Maybe, yeah, I guess he needed to catch that jump. Yeah, that definitely needed a jump. All right, so that brings up a Kangbae Ko 0 for 2. He is responsible for both of Harado's strikeouts. Thank you, thank you. The 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch again. Kangbae Ko 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. 1-1 catches the outside. And 1-2. Kangbae Ko off to a really good start in his Hanwha uniform and is just fallen off. We go, the 1-2 pitch. It taps the glove on the ground. He goes down, lifts that one up. A shortstop running hard and not able to slide and get it. So Kangbae Ko is going to be on first base with a 1-out single. Little Texas big league single there that just dropped into no man's land. All because I said he is fallen off as a Hanwha Eagle. He's like, I'll show you. Don't talk bad about me. All right, stepping up now, No Shiwan, 1 for 2 on the day. He rolls to the backstop. What the heck is the catcher doing? He's just watching it roll back. Now you've got the go-ahead run in a scoring position. I mean, it wasn't a good pitch, but he just stood there. Goes right past him, and he's just like looks down at the ground. I guess he didn't think he got it or something. I guess he thought he stopped it. How do you not feel that in your glove? All right, the 1-0 swing and a miss as he blows it right past him. 147. That's 5 kilometers an hour over his season average there. No Shiwan again, singled back in the seconds and came around to score. That was the second run for Hanwha. And the 1-1 misses way outside. 2-1. Harado just at 78 pitches. Again, he is a guy that's going to give you a quality start almost every single game. You can pencil him in for 6 innings no matter what. Hanwha will be into their bullpen, though. The 2-1 pitch is lifted, but will hook or slice foul. He's a righty there. 2-2 now. 79 pitches for Harado. He's a guy that's going to throw 100. No Shiwan did have a home run yesterday. Last 5 games, he's hitting a 300 with 6 hits and 1 home run and 8 RBIs. That is a foul to straight back. Was not fooled at all on that. And it stays 2-2. I keep hitting Gerardo's pitch count on the away side because since Samsung's wearing the navy blue or dark blue, whatever those things are, hideous uniforms, looking like a college team as that rolls over again. Doing his best to run that pitch count up for Gerardo. Two big boys going at it. Oh. Yeah, 150 is considered fast in the KBO. Most guys are throwing 100 and 140. 140 would be considered a kind of a slower pitcher. Most are going to be around the 145. Possibly. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Pops him up. Center fielder going back at the track. He'll be coming in. Kong Bae Ko will tag up. The throw will not even be close, and that'll be a fly out to center field. A 2 away now. Brings up a Kim Tae-yeon as Kong Bae Ko heads on over to third base, 90 feet away now. They remind me of like like a college team, like a Vanderbilt uniform. I'm not a fan of them. That just catches the outside bottom corner. 0-1. It like for me, I feel it looks like a college uniform has dark color, light pinstripes. A major league or a professional team has light color with dark pinstripes. The 0-1 is swing and a miss. A beautiful pitch there. Drops out of the bottom, and it's 0-2. Trying to get out of this with the game still tied after a 1-out single, a wild pitch, and then a or a fly ball moved him over to third base. Kong Bae Ko, 90 feet away from giving Hanwha the lead again. Again, the 0-2 pitch, a right-handed batter, a right-handed pitcher, just throws it way out in the other, like in the middle of the left-handed batter's box. And like it's not try to get him to chase off the plate. It's trying to get him to chase on a pitch that's closer to his house than the strike zone. As the 1-2 pitch fouls that one into the ground, stays 1-2. And as long as Gerardo's in the around 90, he's gonna be okay. Kim Tae-yeon 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to center in his second at bat. Did have a sacrifice bunt back in the second inning that ended up being a pretty important bunt. Again, playing for 1 run when you're already up 1, though. Yeah, questionable. Right to the 1-2 pitch. Just misses. I'm imagining we are going to get a replay of that. I don't know, East Bay. It's something that I really don't like. So Hanwha actually has a uniform that says Eagles in Korean. As that one misses outside, runs the count full, 3-2. First full count of the day for Hanwha. Samsung does have a uniform that actually has Hanja, like a Chinese script on it. As the 3-2 walks him, goes from an 0-2 count to end up walking him. That's what happens, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you waste pitches with an 0-2 count. Now you've got runners on the corners with 2 outs. The Ito Yoon, the left-hander, stepping in. Ito Yoon 0 for 2 on the day. come out to talk to him. His pitch count's at 89 right now. Yeah, most people I think they think it just looks better to be in English because it's easier to connect them. Thank you, Jungle. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. Yeah. Well, the rain was supposed to start a little bit later and it actually came in early. So, yeah, I actually have 2 games. I have 2 sets of games ready to go. All right, Ito Yoon. That's first pitch is a foul. Is looks like Kim Tae Yeon was stealing there. Yeah, looks like Lee Sung Hyun, and I don't know who the lefty is there. I can't see his back. All right, the 0-1 pitch up high, 1-1. Arado again trying to get out of this inning. Now he's just again trying to get out. He was trying to get done early so he could come out for the 7th. At this point, yeah, yeah. I don't know what it is. I do not like the Eagles uniforms that they have now. So that one is actually the uniform that they had before. So Hanwha has 4 main uniforms. They have a white for weekday home games, an orange for weekend home games, a light gray is that is in there for a strike, and it's give them a stolen base. Maybe it might just be a fielder's indifference. And now you've got a 1-2 counts. Runners in second and third. Uh, then they had a light gray with a light, slightly darker gray pinstripes for the weekday game, and then this was the weekend away games. I think those were pretty good, and that is going to be a pitch clock violation. 2-2 now. Maybe that's going to be a ground ball to Diaz. Underhand toss to Harado, who steps on the bag. And that's will end the inning. And in Harado's day with 93 pitches, we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Tied at 3. Bad chances once again. Surprisingly, they've only left 4 on. Well, they should though, Jungle, because LG has a guy starting that's not a starter. This is the first time he's pitched in the first league since 2024. So they should have been unloading on him. Ito Yoon having a rough day. All right, so that means we're at bottom of this inning here. Going to have the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Oops, wrong one. And it'll be a bullpen game from here on out. It will be a bullpen game from here on out. All right. So Hanson out on the mound. Here comes the walk parade, ladies and gentlemen. Yoon San Hum. All right. First pitch is a ball. Again, this is the walk parade, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. Kim Sung Yoon, 1 for 2 on the day. Swing and a miss. It's a ball 2, 1-1. Don't even swing. Well, yeah. And KT should have easily won yesterday, because that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be trouble. Safe. Ooh, he is out. I thought he was going to get there. Can't believe they got him. It's a 1 away. Whew. All right, so 1 away now. Either Kim Tae-yeon. All right, Kim Do-won ends up with a RBI single last at bat, so 1 for 2 on the day. And that's in there for a strike, and it's a 0-2. Quick 0-2. 5 pitches now for Yoon San Hum. Yeah, so slow. The 0-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside, taps the glove. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, and that is a big curveball that missed his mark badly. Yeah, definitely would have made it no questions about it. Even as a right-handed batter. All right, the 0-2 pitch. Up high. 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Misses outside at 2-2. Not missing by much. Jung-woo Ju not available today, as he is hanging out. Yeah, now all of Hanwha's relievers today are going to be guys that pitched yesterday. The 2-2 is a fouled away. 149 on the gun. All right, once again, another 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Waits on that curveball and slaps it foul again. Rough one. Well, what's the score? 9-3. The 2-2 pitch, big curveball doesn't break down enough. Bennett runs the count full, 3-2. Another full count for the old Samsung Lions. They've had 2 walks and 2 outs. The 2 outs were both on ball 4. 7, 8, and 9. The 3-2 waited on it, but winging at a pitch right down the middle after it already hit the glove, and that's a 2 away. Yesterday, again, so Jung-woo Ju, Yoon San Hum, 20 pitches yesterday, so of course he's pitching again today. All right, so he is facing the bottom of this Samsung order, though, so that is something that is going to be good. All right, here we go. Yang Hyun steps in 0 for 2 on the day. He's left 3 runners on and 3 runners in scoring position as that is in there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Ouch. So it seems like maybe the bullpen starter did his job. The 0-1 pitch now. Rolls that to the third baseman. Throws across in a 1-2-3 inning. Only the second time Hanwha's gone 1-2-3 as we go to the 7th inning. It's a tied at 3s. Oh, we are into a straight up bullpen game, ladies and gentlemen. 8-9-1 coming up for Hanwha. But that 8-9-1 is the ones that are doing all the damage. Well, the 8-9, I should say. Those of you checking out the stream, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button, whether it's in YouTube or in a SOOP, a like on YouTube and up or recommendation on a SOOP. Please hit that. Also, if you are hanging out in YouTube, make sure you subscribe or that you have subscribed. If you're on SOOP, in order to follow me on SOOP, there's a star right next to my channel name. If you click that, so that's how you can follow me on SOOP. The subscription is something that is like memberships on YouTube. No. But Han and Saul will lead things off. Samsung will be into their bullpen. We'll try to see who's coming in for the old Leonese. So Lee Seung-hyun will come in to pitch now. Yeah, right-handed Lee Seung-hyun, the big boy. He will again. He will get the 8-9-1 hitters for Samsung or for Hanwha. "15 games, 12 innings, 3-1, 1 save, 2 holds. ERA of 6, 10 strikeouts, 5 walks. Does have 1 home run given up. Right, so we are ready at top of the 7th inning. Tie game, 3 innings to play for the game, ladies and gentlemen. 5. 229 on the season for All-In Saw. He had the game-tying home run in the 5th inning. Looks at a strike one at the bottom of the zone there, 0-1. 1 for 1 on the day. Walked in his first at-bat on 4 pitches. Then a home run in his second at-bats. And that is into the dirts. 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch. This is again 2-1. Doosan up 6-2. NC up 9-3. KT's up 6-3. This is the best game of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Lotte 1, SSG 2. That's the next closest. That was our game from yesterday. All right, here we go. The 2-1 pitch. Thank you, Rasmus. And he turns on that one, and he does it again, ladies and gentlemen. 2 straight at-bats, 2 straight home runs, and Han Saw is absolutely killing it. Once again, we got ourselves another pack, our 4th pack of the day. Nope, he doesn't qualify, Stefan. He has too many at-bats. Yeah, I was looking at that before the season started. All right. Yeah, he has too many games, I think. All right, Wang Young Mook steps in now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the pack. That is into the dirts, 1-1. Oops, that is not a Samsung run. I just fat fingered that with my my old thumb. Or maybe I'm predicting. All right, that is lifted to center field, hundreds, and makes the catch. All right, thank you, Birds Are Dinos. One away now. All right, so we're starting off with another 0-1 suck today. Yesterday's starter for KT didn't have a very good game, but we've got a where's Arpo? We've got a Kang Min Ho uniform, game worn uniform game. Okay, so this is the sensation. This is the player worn uniforms. So I don't know how well you guys can see that, but you have the uniform here, right here. So Kang Min Ho just got sent down today, the catcher for the Samsung Lyonnais, and everybody's favorite. He should be coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. Pak Song-won should be coming up pretty soon in the Hanwha bullpen. So that was the special pack of the entire pack, I guess, is that's what you want to call it. As Lee Jin Young, a 1-0 pitch now. Show you guys that again. Oh, the Kang Min Ho. One in there for a strike at the top of the zone. Yeah, Mr. Hoon knows exactly. Hanwha fans want the team to win, but they also don't want the team to win because if the team wins, then the manager keeps hanging around. All right, the 1-2 is a slap to right field. Stays 1-2. Hein Saw easily the player of the game is so far. And that is into the dirt. It's 2-2. That's right. As that is lifted, but will slice foul. Stays at 2-2. And the fact that it's not only it's an actual good game. Again, Hanwha up 1-0, then 2-0. Samsung goes up 3-2. Then solo shot by Hein Saw ties the game at 3-3, and then a solo shot by Hein Saw once again makes it to 4-3 as that's fouled away 2-2. Cushing. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if Cushing doesn't come out for the 8th and 9th inning. I really wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't come out for the 8th and 9th inning. The 2-2 pitch lays off of it, runs the count full, 3-2. Only the second full count of the day for Hanwha. On deck, Peraza. He also solo shot in the first inning to give Hanwha the lead, the original lead. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. That's rolled over. The second baseman will grab it, throws to first. And Two away. Brings up a Peraza. That one was a home run anywhere. Second one was a line drive shot. All right, Peraza steps in now. Nope, that'll be it for him. We'll have a pitching change. To answer your question earlier, Luke, no, if I play it at all, it'll end up getting copyright. So what it does is it doesn't shut down the stream. What it will do is basically any monetization means that Samsung will take all any money that I made from the stream. And it's not like I make a lot. Again, I make maybe $3 or $4 unless somebody does a super chat. I do not make very much money, ladies and gentlemen, from doing this. Probably might cover the electricity on my apartment for the year or for the month. But yeah, dinos, birds are dinos. Have you watched any of the other game? Have you watched any of the what do you call it? The Dinos LG game? All right, Lee Seung-min out on the mound now. Lee Seung-hyun, Lee Seung-wan. Now you've got Lee Seung-min. You will face Peraza. Again, you bring in the lefty here to face Peraza, even though Peraza is a switch hitter, because Peraza is nowhere near a good hitter from the right side. 15 games, 15.1 innings, a 1 win, a 4 holds, 1.17 ERA. But you will have Peraza. Exactly. Exactly, Luke. They have some pretty good songs, though. I was very pleasantly surprised by the Kiwoom songs. I was uploading the Kiwoom songs today in case I did the Doosan Kiwoom game. 20% of the GDP and 100% of my streaming income is that's fouled away on. As that is popped up. Center fielder, right fielder coming in, right fielder under it. And that will be a 3 away. But another Saw home run puts Hanwha up 4-3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. I think I just hit the button. Double count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Well, again, LG started a reliever, or I don't know if he was a reliever, but he started a guy that I know hadn't pitched since 2024. Because I was looking to see if he was a reliever or if he was what he was. But with the new setup, the new way that everything is done on the new app that I used to use, they redid everything this year. It has made it a little difficult to keep track of a lot of stuff. So Samsung will have the top of their lineup coming up, 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 7th here. They'll have to make up 1 run in the next 3 innings. Who is coming in for Hanwha is the biggest question. Cannot imagine they keep him out there, Han Yu Sung or Han San Hum. Cushing out. You were right. Whoever said that Cushing was coming out for the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning was 100% right. Oh, Cushing coming out for the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. That's a good question, Luke. I have no idea. Interesting here. Cushing threw 14 pitches Friday. Kim Jong-soo has struggled. As a Pak Sung-gyu looks at ball one outside. 1-0. Again, Cushing is been doing well as the closer. He was a starter. Do you think that's what it is, Jet Set? Yeah, another 2-0 pitch, 3-0. Yeah, I mean, without Hernandez, without again, no Hernandez, no Moon Dong-ju, no White. Cushing is the replacement for White. That is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 3-1 now. I do know, Luke. Back when I first was going to start streaming, the 3-1 pitch here that's catches the bottom of the zone, runs the count full, 3-2. Another full count for Samsung there. 2 walks and 3 outs. Back whenever I was first trying to get into streaming, I was trying to contact the KBO as the 3-2 is going to be a walk. And that puts the leadoff runner on base. Well, yeah, because he came in, he was a starter a couple years ago, because I was trying to find his information stuff, but runner now over at first base, Kim Hun Gon. Hey, so we've got a defensive replacement to Shimu Jun over there at the short instead of Ito Yoon. Kim Ji Chan will come in to pinch hit here. Again, a lefty's not on the mound anymore, so you bring him in. Oops. So Kim Ji Chan drops down the bunts, almost legs it out, but he's not able to. That'll go down as a sacrifice of bunts. Moves the runner over to second. Again, a late turn, so he probably was trying to bunt for a hit, but bunted it too hard and is easily out over at first base. Runner on second base now, though. Yeah, so I actually got to watch a little bit of that game yesterday. So, in order to watch some of the games in Korea, they come out on SPO TV Prime, but I am not paying for it. So I get a 10 minutes. I get a 10 minutes like a preview of the channel. All right, so 1 out to Chae Hyung-woo steps in, 2 for 2 on the day with a walk, a solo shot, and a single. The 0-1 pitch into the dirt, so 2 for 1-1. Pak Sung-gyu over at first base has plenty of speed, can probably score on a single. Telly is wanting some Samsung offense. Yeah, he's closing out of necessity, I think, as the 1-1 is lifted. That is going to drop down, And they've got runners on first, and he's going to go to third. He's going to come on home, and he ties the game. And that is going to be another hits. And now he is tied. The KBO hit record, ladies and gentlemen. Hangs out at second base also. That's, I believe, it ties the record. The most hits in the KBO. Well, again, he was 32 behind Sona Sup coming into this season. He had 33 hits coming into today's game. Maybe not. I don't know how many hits Sona Sup had. As that is ball one, 1-0. I would think that they would show something about it. All right, the 1-0 pitch to Diaz. The 1-0 swing and a miss. He just hits. He's just ridiculous. See if I can find a game that's Sona Sup. Sona Sup has 4 hits this season. As the 1-1 pitch. That is going to be slapped into left field. He is going to hold him up at third base, though. And now you've got runners at the corner with just 1 out. Yeah, so he's still not there. So he was 32 hits behind. Okay, so 32 hits behind Sona Sup coming into the season. Sona Sup had 4 hits, so he would be 36 behind. He had 33 hits coming into today's game. 3 hits, so he's tied it now. He is tied it. Where's Mary Kate? All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch. Sorry, not the 1-1. UG Huck 0 for 3 on the day. That's in there for a strike, but he fouls it away. 0-1 now. On the season, hitting a 500 with runners on first and third, hitting 368s on the season with runners in scoring position. 0 for 3 today. That is a ground ball, but foul. 0-2. So it looks like your reading was correct, Kiwi. So should be now tied. He'll get 1 more at bat to this game unless the Samsung pulls ahead. I think KT's way up, aren't they? As the 0-2 pitch misses way up high, 1-2. He's already thrown 16 pitches, and they've got to get to 3 innings from him. And another 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there. 2 away brings up the number 6 hitter. "17 pitches for Cushing. Jun Byung-woo steps in now. 1 for 3 on the day. A fly out to center, a single, and then came around to score. That's ball one outside. And then a 6-3 ground outs in his last at bats. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch. This is up high, 2-0. I do have to say, I have picked the best games of. No, I don't. I have picked some excellent games this week as the 2-0 misses outside, 3-0. 333 with runners on first and third, a 296 with runners in the scoring position. 1 for 3 with a RBI. And the 3-0 in there for a strike at the top of the zone, a 3-1. Did have a full count last at bat, so that was a 6-3 ground out on what would have been ball 4. Antisocial, I think everybody in a Hanwha uniform does. That's is in there for a strike, and it's 3-2. Runs the count full once again. Had a full count earlier this inning, and that was a walk and a run scored by Park Sung-gyu. Jun Byung-woo now 22 pitches from Cushing here in the 7th inning. Runners on first and third. And that's a breaking ball that drops in there. You swing the bat, man. Swing the bat. That'll be it. Then the 7th inning, he just watches it go right down the middle of the plate. Leaves more runners on. That's, ladies and gentlemen, will be the end of the 7th. We'll go to the 8th. It's all tied up at 4. Man. They left 8 runners on now. They are 4 for 15 with runners on base, 4 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Hanwha will have their 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. Again, at this point, I can't be 6'4" Kia. I'd be 6'4" KT. All right, so top of the 8th inning. I assume Lee Sung-min will still be out there. You'll face Moon Hyun Bin. Moon Hyun Bin not having a good day, 0 for 3 on the day. Kim Ji-chan will hang out in center field. Park Sung-gyu will go over to left field. I'll get that changed for you guys that are in the YouTube chat. As that is in there for a strike. The 0-1, a swing and a miss. By walking by it, and just misses outside. 1-2. Which game was it? All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch. Just misses up high, 2-2. And Moon Hyun Bin over 3 on the day, a 4-3 ground out, and a couple of flyouts to left. The famous Chaegang Hanwha chant is going. And as that one is fouled away, it stays at 2-2. Ah, yeah. And that is going to be lifted to center field. The center fielder giving chase and makes the catch on the run. And that's one away. Kim Ji-chan tracks it down as he just went out into center field. I believe the smallest player in the league. All right, so Kang Bae-ko steps in now. 1 for 3 on the day. And that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. Oops, wrong side. So a couple reasons. One, a lot of the players, the main players in the league, are very young. Two, is it's become very fashionable. It's become very, very trendy to go to games. With you know, like the players are accessible, as that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. The second shortstop grabs it, spins, throws, not in time though. And that is going to be an infield single for Kang Bae-ko. Oh, he had plenty of time to reset his feet. Had plenty of time. Yeah, I believe all of the teams have more than 50% female fans except for Hanwha. Hanwha is the only team that does not. That'll be it for Kang Bae-ko. They'll have a pinch runner come in. Iwan Suk will come in to run. As No Shiwan steps in. Misses outside. That's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. He throws to shorts, and he drops it. They had him at second base to get the lead runner, and then he drops it. And now you've got runners on first and second with 1 out. That is a huge error. Big error there. Now Kim Tae-yeon will come in. Will they change pitchers? I think they're going to have to change pitchers. And so Birds Are Dinos, it's not just female fans. It is young female fans in their 20s. All right, they're going to have Kim Tae-yeon coming up to bat. Yang Woo-hyun having an awful day. 0 for 3 on the day. Chaeyeon Song is going to pinch hit here. Chaeyeon Song pinch hitting here. Iwan Suk at second base, plenty of speed too. Yeah, good game, but Which pitcher? As the 1-0 in there for a strike. And 1-1. Three-run homer, give them the lead. Lotte doing some late inning damage this week. All right, it's the 1-1 pitch to Chae Sung, a 229 on the season, a swing and a miss there at a high fastball, 144 on the gun. Chae Sung. Oh, runner on second is Iwan Sok. He has plenty of speed there because of an error, the dropped throw from the pitcher by the shortstop, as that is way, way up high, 2-2. Trying to get him to chase way up out of the zone again. 17 pitches now for Lee Seung-min. Chae Sung pinch hitting here for Kim Tae-yeon. Kim Tae-yeon was 1 for 0 for 1. And that misses low, runs the count full, 3-2. Shimu Jun on deck, has not had an at-bat yet today. Chae Sung, runners on first and second on the season, 333. And we'll check on the runner to make sure he's not leaving too quickly. I mean, at this point, Nicholas, it's so like you got a runner on first and second in the top of the eighth. I mean, how do you not take Hanwha? But I still feel like Samsung here is that's going to be a ground ball through the right side. Iwan Suk is going to round third, and they're going to bring him home to throw. Not in time. And a massive, massive, massive error by the shortstop. Massive. Good Lord. He's the backup. The regular shortstop is injured. Big error by the shortstop. Massive, massive error by the shortstop. That brings up a Shimu Jun. Shimu Jun getting his first at-bat of the day. This is way outside. 1-0. No, Korean. 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1. Couldn't imagine why not, Kenny. I mean, he's doesn't hit and he doesn't play shortstop well. Got to be somebody else. 1-1 pitch. Pops him up, but it's a foul and out of play. I think it landed right by the scores, the announcer's booth, because I could hear the ball hit. Yeah, definitely, Nicholas. Is that's going to be a ground ball. And hits the ground weird, throws to first in time. And that will be a 1-3 putout, so moves both the runners up. They've now got runners on a second and third, but 2 outs. And brings up a Ha-In-Saw. Ha-In-Saw has had himself quite the day, ladies and gentlemen. 2 for 2 on the day with 2 solo shots. One to tie the game and one to give them the lead. They are going to intentionally walk him. They want nothing to do with him. Like, yeah, we ain't giving up another home run to you, man. I thought the MPB had a pay thing, like you pay $10 a month and you can watch the games. All right, Kim Song Ju at the shortstop now. All right, Wang Young Mook. Yeah, that's a swing and a miss. 1-1. No, they walked him. They intentionally walked him. And just misses outside. 2-1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a 2-1 count, bases loaded, sets up on the outside. Did he go around? I don't think he did. And that's going to be 3-1. 27 pitches now for Isung Min. Again, another thing to think about here is Hanwha brought in their closer in the 7th inning for a 7-8-9 inning attempted save. He already gave up one run. And that misses outside, and he walks in another run. All right, so the 2-run lead now flips the lineup back over. Do they keep this pitcher in? Nope. Finally, they're going to come in and change. Big, massive. All right. While we're waiting for the pitching change, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, whether it's on YouTube, liking the subscription, the stream, or if you're on SOOP, hit the thumbs up. That is called an up or a recommendation. It's a hugely important. And then also make sure that you are subscribed on YouTube, on SOOP, to follow me. Next to my channel name is a little star. You can click that. So that's how you become a loyal viewer, or how you're able to follow me to see whenever I'm streaming. I do stream 6 days a week, ladies and gentlemen, 6 days a week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. No Monday games in the KBO, so I do not stream on Monday. While I'm talking about next week, Tuesday, so Monday, no game. Tuesday is a 2:00 game, same time as this game. It is a 2:00 game because it is a national holiday on Tuesday. I do not know if I'm going to be able to stream it or not. I'm only supposed to work a half a day. I do have to work because I work at a school that is a boarding school, international boarding school, which means the kids are there during the week. So, but we are ready, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We've got a new pitcher out on the mound. We've still got the bases loaded also. Out on the mound is the closer, or the former closer, Kim Jae-yoon. No problem. Thanks, Birds Are Dinos. I'll see you the next time. All right, to Kim Jae Yoon faces Yi Jin Young, and that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Oh man, that's going to be so packed. Are the water parks open already? Or I guess they're indoor. Most of them are indoor in Korea. All right, so here we go. The 0-1 pitch. And he rolls that one. The third baseman grabs it, throws to second. Second baseman catches it. And that's will be a 3 away. But Samsung gives up 2 runs for Hanwha to take the lead once again. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 6-4 Hanwha. What a game. No, I used to be a Hanwha fan since I used to live in Daejeon. I used to have the Hanwha season tickets. But I just can't stand the manager or the front office staff and how they treat the players, or not players, but how they treat the fans. So I gave up my Hanwha fanhood, or fandom, I guess would be a better word. Oh, coming up for Samsung is going to be the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Ah, no slot. Okay. Let's see here. All right, so we're back at bottom of the 8th inning. Samsung 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. They've got 6 outs to get to 2 runs. And that just catches the inside corner. 0-1. Thank you, thank you. Caviar? Oh, we're going to go with caviar. Hopefully that's right. And that's in there for a strike. 0-2. Gonna be Cushing out again for the 8th inning. That is in there for a strike, and he catches him looking. A third straight strikeouts for Cushing. Apparently, Samsung forgot that this is a foreigner out in the back of the inning. Oh, Jack and John. I, th- I think they should investigate Hanwha for signing an extra foreign player. As that misses way outside, 1-0. Kim Do-won. Oh, 1 for 3 on the day. An RBI single back in his second at bat. A swings at a ball that hits the dirt into the other batter's box. And it's 1-1. Go back to calculating my numbers. That's going to be a ground ball. Yeah, they're actually pretty good. They're good enough, I should say. That's misses way outside. Hopefully you got that reference. 30 pitches now for Cushing. Yeah, so they're allowed 3 foreign players. Only 2 can be pitchers, as the 2-2 misses way outside, runs the count full, 3-2. So only 2 of the 3 can be pitchers, and then they're allowed, starting this year, they're allowed 1 foreign or 1 Asia League player, as that is going to be ball 4, and he is going to be on base with a 1 out walk. Brings up the number 9 hitter. This is going to be the brand new shortstop, Kim Song Joon. How big was that RBI from Wong Young Mook? Yeah, up until a few years ago, they were only allowed two. They also were allowed three foreigners, but they were only allowed at two on a daily roster. So if you had one pitcher, you couldn't have a second one. As we're going to have a pinch runner here. I'll get you that change for you guys. Yeah, so the looks like we've got a pinch hitter also. Lee Sung Gyu. So we got a pinch runner and a pinch hitter here. Lee Sung Gyu. And that's in there for a strike. 1-1. Yeah, so the foreigners, their first year, they can make $1 million. That is the maximum for a first year. As Lee Sung Gyu fouls that one away. And it's 0-2. Lee Sung Gyu on the season, 143. Cushing 34. And that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone and another strikeout looking. Good Lord, guys. That's three straight strikeouts looking from the Samsung Leones. The kittens are declawed, ladies and gentlemen. Like he's just walking off. He's like, "Oh, I didn't even know I was playing a game today. I thought it was all." I believe it's James Nail. A swing and a miss at a pitch way out of the zone as a Pak Sung Gyu. Again, we have a pinch runner, but it doesn't matter when they're swinging at nothing, swinging at balls and watching strikes just go right down the middle. The 0-1 catches the very, very outside corner. Why is that Hanwha fan doing a Samsung cheers is the biggest question. 37 now, pitches now for Cushing, a runner on first. Is Shim Jae Hoon. And the 0-2 pitch is fouled away. Again, Cushing came out in the seventh. Yeah, back out in the eighth. 38 pitches and 0-2 counts now to Pak Sung Gyu. He's going to have to face the top of the lineup in the ninth inning. And here we go. The 0-2 pitch just sets up way outside. And that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman, underhand toss to the shortstop. And that will be a 3 away. Oh, a 1-out walk, but 2 outs right after that. So we'll go to the ninth inning. It's a 6-4 Hanwha. Cushing going to get the blown save and the win. Going to get the blown save and the win. So we'll have some more changes on defense for yeah. Get some more changes on defense for Samsung as they pinch ran for their catcher. Who do they have left is the question. Hanwha only has one guy left on their bench. It looks like Jang Sung Hyun is the only person. Nope. Pak Se Hyuk will take over behind the plates. He'll take over in The number 9 spot to Shim Jae Hoon will take over at shorts. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, to Shim Jae Hoon over to short to Pak Se Hyuk back behind the plate. Out on the mound is still Kim Jae Yoon, who only threw 2 pitches. That first pitch is in there for a strike to Peraza, who's leading things off. Peraza, one, 1 for 4 on the day. A solo shot in the first inning. And the 0-1 pitch misses up and out of the zone. 1-1. A fly out to right, a ground ball to the pitcher, and a fly out to right. He's back over hitting from the left side, which is way more comfortable for him. Again, a much better hitter from the right side is Peraza. The 1-1 pitch is sets up down by the knees, a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. 132 as the ball just dropped out of the zone, and it's now Peraza says he needs some sticky tack. Again, KBO does not use pine tar. Yeah, without a question. So this game is 6-4. KT and Kia 6-4. They're in the top of the ninth also. 5-2 Lotte over SSG. They're in the top of the ninth. NC 9-3 bottom of the ninth against LG. And Doosan's up 13-2 against Kium in the bottom of the seventh as the 1-2 pitch into the dirt to 2-2. So right now, all the away teams are winning on this Sunday. 3 of them in the top of the ninth, and the 2 that are not close are not in the ninth. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside. Misses, and it's a 3-2. Another full counts. First full count of the day for Peraza. We go 3-2. Sets up on the inside, fouls it away. It stays a 3-2. Hanwha is only left 7 on base, and that was because they left 3 on in the last inning. They left the bases loaded in the last inning. Most of their runs have come from home runs. As the 3-2 pitch and misses up and in. He walks the leadoff batter, brings up a Moon Hyun Bin, Mr. Clutch. Big air on the shortstop. 4 runs. Not very good. They do have the top of their lineup. They do have their 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. With Cushing already thrown 40 pitches. I mean, it's the KBO. Anything can happen, but at the same time, Samsung has left 9 runners on. They are 4 for 17 with runners on base. So that's going to be a ground ball, but it's a foul. 1-1. John Jr. Well, yeah, so like, yeah. Well, thank you, Jet Set. Mr. John Jack Jingleheimer Cushing. Right, the 0-1. Hopefully he doesn't get upset when I call him that, as that misses outside 1-1. Sometimes the 33rd outs, Kenny. Again, the KBO only goes to 11 innings in the regular season and the playoffs, except for the Korean Series. The Korean Series, they do 15 innings. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch to Moon Hyun Bin. That is a ground ball. Throws to the shortstop, comebacks to first, and time. And that's will be a 1-6, or sorry, 3-6-3 double play. And Moon Hyun Bin's day continues to be bad at the plate. Dut, dut. Jet Set, do you know when Cushing came? When his 6 weeks is up by chance? Because I know he has a 6 week contract is what he has. As Iwan Sok steps in, first pitch is a foul away. Yeah, and then they have to make a decision with him or White. 2 more weeks. All right. Thank you, Stephen. It's, the 0-1 pitch. That is a foul away also. 15. Perfect. And then, yeah, so, Stefan, have you heard anything about White? I haven't. Yeah, I have no idea. Not since I've been here. The closest thing was 2 years ago, 2024, when Samsung and Kia was delayed or was suspended, and then they played a part of it the first at like a 2 o'clock, and then they played the second game at 6:30 or whatever. It was the 1-2 pitch, misses way outside at 2-2. Dot 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 dot. Jet Set, are you a family member or just a big fan? As the 2-2 pitch, that is a fouled away once again. Stays the 2-2. There are a handful of family members from some of the current and ex players that come hang out and chat and watch so that they can watch the game in English. All right, the 2-2 pitch once again down by the knees, and that is lifted up. Center fielder under it and makes the catch. 3 away. They get a leadoff walk, but the double play ends that. We will go to the bottom of the 9. Mr. Cushing coming back out once again. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we have actually a lot of pitcher families. I think there's 3 or 4 different current pitchers in the KBO. Their family often comes and joins. Oh, coming up for Hanwha, or sorry, for Samsung. Again, they are going to have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Kim Ji Chan, Che Hyung Woo, and Diaz. Kim Ji Chan bunted in his last, or his only at bats. Che Hyung Woo obviously having a heck of a day. A hamstring, I believe. Whenever he was covering first base on a 3-6-1 double play, and when he went to go stretch, he ended up pulling a hammy, I believe. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have a new second baseman. Maybe? It's yeah, he was trying to stretch to make the play. That's why 6 weeks, you never know with a hamstring injury. Is that who it is? Is that who I think it is, Stefan? It looked like him. All right, so bottom of the ninth inning here. Cushing will face the 2, 3, 4 hitters, and that is the first pitch, and that's a slapped into center field for a leadoff single. And the tying run now comes to the plate. The Samsung has its. You're watching in Telly. You're watching in YouTube. So if you look the players, so one the scoreboard, the bottom, the arrow pointing down, that is tells you who is up to bats. But also if you look, you can see a bat behind the number 3 batter for Samsung. All right, to Che Young-woo, 3 for 3 for today. Been on base all 4 times. It checks on the runner, it just gets back under it. Che Young-woo walked in the first at bats, a solo shot in the 4th inning, a single in the 5th, and an RBI single in the 7th. A lot of speed at first base, and that's misses low, ball 1. Have to worry about Che Young-woo again. He is tied for the first all-time in the KBO for hits. He already has the lead for all-time RBIs and all-time doubles in the KBO, as that misses outside at 2-1. Yeah, definitely not for me either, Kenny. And the 2-0 right down the middle. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. All right, here we go. The 2-1 pitch sets up. It looks like Che Sung or Che Jae-hoon is that's going to be lined right back to center field, and that's going to put runners on first and second. He is on base for the 5th time today. Back-to-back singles to start to this inning, and Diaz comes up to bat. Not a guy that you want to come to bats with the tying run on base. Led the league last year with 50 home runs, 150 RBIs. He has not had a great season this season. Che Young-woo just, I believe that's the record. New record holder, ladies and gentlemen. There it is, 2,623 hits. The most ever in the KBO is that is in there for a strike to Diaz. Diaz 1 for 3 on the day, a 5-3 ground out to Che Young-woo is out of the game now as they've got a pinch runner. His run is extremely important. That is the tying run now. And the 0-1 fouled straight back. 0-2. 46 pitches now for Cushing. Sorry, Telly. So Kim Jae-hyuk on first base. I'll get that changed. Here we go. The 0-2 is ripped, but over the fence. Goodbye. Walk-off home run. Diaz on a line shot. What a shot by Diaz. An absolute line. And that will end the game with Diaz walking it off as Cushing tried to come in and throw 3 innings, but not enough. As a Samsung walks it off in the bottom of the 7th. Like I said, not the guy you want coming up with a game on the line. 50 home runs last year, not hitting well this year, but that one was huge. We've got two packs left, guys, so I'm just going to open them both since that is a walk off, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Diaz with the walk off 3-run shots. They hit the ball over the wall. All right, with two runners on, Shaewon Jun, the pitcher, then Ha Young Min, the pitcher for Kiwoom. He's actually been having a pretty good. That's only a home run at Samsung. The three of them tonight were only home runs at Samsung. Pak Se-hyun, pitcher for. Here we go. This is fitting, ladies and gentlemen. Sona Sup, the former all-time KBO hit leader, who was just passed by Chae Hyung-woo into that inning right before the walk-off. That was ridiculous. And in fitting fashion, Samsung Gujauk. See if I can get to, there we go, the Samsung Gujauk. I like this card. They're even wearing the same uniforms. So a pretty good card pack there. We are opening one more, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, Jet Sets. That's a rough one. Again, asking him to pitch 3 innings out of the bullpen against one of the best offensive teams in the league is a tough ask. All right, so last pack of this, and then Tuesday's game. If I stream Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever, we will go to a new box of cards. All right, who do we got here? All right, starting with a Doosan Bear, Kang Sung Ho. He plays second to short and third for them. Then KT's, I believe their captain, Jang Sung-woo, mainly DH in this year, but also does some catching. Then a Hanwha legend himself, Shimu Jun. Then Chae Sung Young, I don't know who this is, but he's a pitcher for the Dinos. And the last one, outfielder for the Kia Tigers, Yu Sung. But I believe he now plays for the NC Dinos. But finishing that pack off, finishing that box off, we did get the Kang Min Ho game used uniform card today. But real quick about that game, I mean, Harado ended up pitching well. Wanger also pitched well. Harado ended up pitching a little bit better, 6 innings from him, 93 pitches, 3 earned runs. It gave up 2 solo shots and 2 home runs. Wanger only able to go 5 with 98 pitches, gave up 5 hits, 1 home run, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. But the game really started in. It was a back and forth game the whole game. Hanwha comes out early with the solo shot by Peraza in the first inning. Then they get another run, a single by No Shiwan, a bunt that moves him over, a ground out from Ido Yoon, moves him to third, and then a walk to Ha In Saw. But Wang Young Mook comes up with the RBI single. That ends up scoring the run, the second run. Then in the fourth inning, starts the fourth inning with a solo shot by Chae Hyung-woo. And then a walk, a big error on an Oshiwan there at third base allowed runners on first and second. John Byung-woo behind him also got a single that loaded the bases up. A 1-2 ground out got the first out of the game or the inning. Kim Do-hwan ended up getting a RBI single after that, leaving the bases still open. Yang Woo-hyun, who probably had the worst day of all the players, struck out with the bases loaded there. A walk to Pak Seung-kyu ended up scoring what was the go-ahead run at the time, the third run there, and then a flyout leaves the bases loaded. Then Hanwha ends up tying it up in the top of the 5th inning with a Ha In Saw solo shot, and then after that, then we get to the top of the 7th. Ha In Saw comes up again and hits another home run, this time to take the lead 4-3. But in the bottom of the 7th inning, you had a leadoff walk to Pak Seung-kyu, a sacrifice bunt, or not a sacrifice bunt. It was a bunt for a hit, but it goes down as a sacrifice bunt, moves him to second base, and then Chae Hyung-woo comes up with the RBI single. After that, another single, and then that at that point they got runners on first and third, but nothing after that. So tied up at four again. Then we go to the top of the eighth inning, a single by Kang Bae Ko, a pitch back to the pitcher from No Shiwan, turns to throw to the shortstop, throws to the shortstop. The shortstop drops the ball, so you've got runners on first and second instead of either a double play or at least the lead runner over at second base. After that, to Shimu Jun, a 1-3 ground out, ends up moving the runners up from second and third. An intentional walk to Han Saul because you don't want to face him now because he's already hit you for two solo shots. He's already got 6 home runs now on the season. And then a walk to Wang Young Mook ends up scoring a run at that point. Or sorry, actually before that, a Che and Sung single, and then a 1-3 ground out, intentional walk, and then Wang Young Mook ends up walking to put Hanwha up 6-4. But the ninth inning, it came along again. The top of the order for Samsung is so dangerous. Che Hyung Woo is a hit machine, obviously. And then Diaz also is a guy that hits for very good power, hits over 300 last year. Again, 50 home runs, 150 RBIs on the season. You had a leadoff single by Kim Ji Chan, and then a single back behind him at Che Hyung Woo, and then a line drive shot right over the right field wall from Diaz. Not a home run in any other stadium in the entire country except for Samsung has lower walls and they have this strange dimensions. The center field and the right corners are all long, or they're all regular dimensions, but the center field wall goes straight across, but it doesn't go very far across. And then the right and left field foul poles go straight to the center field wall. And what it does is it creates a left center and a right center that is super shallow. And that is one of the reasons why Samsung always leads the league in home runs. So the Diaz walk-off home run, again, you really can't, you can't fault anybody. Wonger pitched well enough, pitched 5 innings well enough to get the win. Yoon San Hum came in, pitched 1 inning, pitched absolutely fantastic, got a strikeouts. But the problem is again, Hanwha has no bullpen. They used 9 pitchers yesterday. Saturday they used a bunch of, or Friday they used a bunch of pitchers with Hernandez ended up coming out in the 5th inning because of an injury. Yesterday, Moon Dong Ju came out in the 1st inning after an injury, or maybe it was the second. Believe it was the 1st inning. The bullpen is absolutely decimated. They were decimated last year because the manager overuses the bullpen. He's always done that in his entire career. And then overused them last year. They didn't have an off season. Again, the KBO doesn't really have a lot of off season. Brings in, again, you have Cushing, who came out for the 7th, 8th, 9th inning. Again, I can't say I fault the manager for this decision because they have nothing else. The problem is that they have nothing else because of the manager. So he was able to, he ended up giving up the lead in the 7th inning. Then in the 9th inning, he just ran into too much trouble. Again, he's at 50 pitches. He's been out there 7th, 8th, and now the 9th inning, and ended up blowing the save. Blowing the save twice, I guess. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get to no, it's not a save situation. So he blew the save, and then he also ended up getting the loss. But Hanwha now down to 9th place as they fall to, what is that, 12 and 18 as Samsung moves above 500. They're at 15 and 14 and 1 now on the season. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back on maybe Tuesday. Please remember, Tuesday is a 2 o'clock game, just like Saturday game and Sunday games I always do. So most likely a 2 o'clock game. Thank you, Hot Chicks of thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back hopefully on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. I don't know what game I'm going to do yet. I'm going to wait for the starting pitchers. If you're on SOOP, please hit the thumbs up button. That is an upper recommendation. Very important on SOOP. If you're on YouTube, obviously like the stream. If you're on YouTube, please make sure you're subscribing. That way you're able to know when I go live and all of that stuff. If you're on SOOP, next to my channel name is a little star. You click that. That is how you become a loyal viewer. That's how you follow me on SOOP. If you have a team that you like to follow or anything that any team or matchups that you like, then please make sure that you go to my YouTube channel. In the community tab, I put up a poll every single week, and I let you guys pick the weekday matchups, and then who you want to see, and then from there, I pick which matchups on which day. But five or six are really good streams this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back either Tuesday or Wednesday, one of the two. Hopefully, I'll be back on Tuesday. But thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out all weekend with me. So, as always, until next time.